Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024. Welcome back to the A2A PA24 Comanche. And welcome to leg 13 of the tour where I'm trying to get this Comanche all the way from Australia over to South Africa. We're on the ground in Papua New Guinea, kind of in the middle of Papua New Guinea at an airport called Okisai, something like that. It's AYOH. And we're looking at about an hour's flight time today, heading west from here, going to Pass Valley Airport, which is WAWX, I think. WAWX, yes. So, I've got the GPS plan loaded. It's just a direct. We're going to have to dodge some weather, because if we look out there, we do have some rain around. Looks kind of good that way, but we're going that way, if I remember correctly. So, it looks like some vultures are circling over there. It's not a particularly good sign, is it? But I haven't flown this aircraft for quite a while. It's been a while since the previous episode for this. I want to stay out of this long vegetation here. I don't want to put my prop into that, so we'll turn right here. But it's been a while since I've flown this aircraft, so we're going to make sure everything is working. Okay, let's jump aboard. And I think we'll test all of the lights and the pitot heat. Okay, so let's just quickly jump out and check those. Okay, so those look good. Pitot heat is working, as you can see by that insane amount of heat blur. Those lights are good as well. Just come to the back here. This one, and we can see that light and the beacon there. Right, let's get all of that off and the battery off so we don't waste it, and then we can go through everything else. So flaps, perfectly fine. Nice and smooth, not sticking, and sounds fine. Tire downs are done. Okay, fuel. I actually have no idea how much fuel I left in here. I don't see very much of anything in there. There's a little bit in there. Okay, we might actually need to fill up with some fuel then. Okay, that's all good. Chocks are out of the way. I don't know if the fuel pumps... Okay, they obviously are. I keep saying fuel pumps. It's just the tank selectors. And once again, I've never ever seen any water in this. No, I can't. Oh, there we go. Let's just close that. Prop all looks good. Pitot heat's still doing its thing. Right, I believe last time I said that this looked very dark. There's not going to be facilities out here to change this. We've got enough. It's just, yeah, the consistency does not look great. I'm expecting this side to be pretty much the same as the other. So yeah, not really much fuel. So they will have fuel out here for us. Okay, that seems to have cooled off now. That's good. We've done these right. There. All good there. Okay, so not much I can do about the oil and stuff out here, but we can get a bit of fuel. Right. Like it's just all loaded. Fantastic. And we are back inside. Let's come down here. And yeah, let's see if we can top this up. Can I not just drag this? No. But I can do that, right? Okay, good. That's good. That's all good. Fantastic. Let's take these out for now. Okay, actually, temperature's decent. Pre-flight's done. Passengers, we don't have seatbelts. Good. Control lock is removed. Parking brake is... set now. Okay, gear switch down. Flaps are up. Radios are off. Okay, that's all off. That can probably stay on. We're going to switch it on now. Those two are off. Circuit breakers, no white rings, all good. Beacon on. Okay, let's start up our engine then. We can close the door. Okay, let's see. Does that make our temperature start rising? Not really. Okay, fuel selectors. They're both forward. I don't know why my view feels so sensitive all of a sudden. Okay, carb heat off. Prop full forward. Right, carb heat we did. Master switch on. Fuel pump. Check for pressure. Fuel pressure, good. Primer, we'll do 5. There we go. Okay, mags to both. Prop area. Oh, pitot heater's back on again. Let's just switch that off. Prop area is clear. Let's crack the throttle a little bit. Oh, I should probably put that in. Okay, that's done. Let's get these on. Right, that's done. Oil pressure is good. Oil temperature, we'll see that come up. Fuel pressure we have, even though that's off, which means our mechanical fuel pump is working. Mixture lean, we have done. Primer's locked. Avionics on. Radios, let's get all of those on. It's already on, that's cool. Route is programmed in, perfect. Altimeter 1016, which we're pretty close to already actually. I need to actually set this to say I filled up with fuel. How do I do that? I might actually have to switch this off. There must be another way to do that. So oil. To 60, save. Cool. Okay, that's done. I wonder, I don't know, there must be another way to do it. It's only got 2 buttons. Okay, nav lights are done. That's this here with the instrument lights as well. Parking brake, release, test the brakes, and then we'll do, we might as well do our run up here. Okay, fuel selectors are done. Mixture. Let's bump that up to full. Throttle to 2000. Right. Temperatures and pressures look good. The cylinder head temperatures are rising. Okay, magnetos. That's okay. 100 RPM drop. Didn't mean to do that. That one's about the same. Okay, cycle the prop. Then we go back to 1800. Test the carb heat. Check that everything stabilizes out. Right, back to 1800. Okay, so you do get RPM drop. Right, everything's in the green. Very nice. I leave the mixture where it is because we're gonna go now, so let's turn all the lights on. Fuel pump on for takeoff. Elevated trim. Okay, cylinder head temperatures are in the green now, so we're good there. Right, doors, latch, flaps. I'm gonna do flaps 1 here. Fuel pump on, mixture, prop, carb heat, engine gauges, pitot heat, strobes, landing lights. Okay, rotate at 85, we climb out at about 105. Normally climb out about 110, but here we probably want to do that exact 105 because of terrain. Fuel pump off at 1000, reduced to 2424. Right. We said we wanted to turn right. Stay out of the long grass. Brakes are good. Right, the last thing I just want to do is this. Let's just get this out of the way. Get this out of the way as well. Okay, so there's north. We're basically in between those two, a little bit closer to that one, so that's cool. Keep that out. Right, let's go. Okay, parking brakes release, holding it on the pedals. Full throttle. Everything looks good. Okay, looking for 85 to rotate. Airspeed's alive. There is 85. Aim to climb out at 105. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up as well, so we can pick up some speed. 100, there's 105. We want to go left as soon as we can, but we need to stay out of that weather. Right, fuel pump off. Throttle back to 24. We're going to make it turn down the valley here. Okay, 24 and 24 on the prop as well. And then reset manifold pressure 24, pretty close. very nice. Here we are on our way. We can turn off the landing lights now. Right, we need to go that way, which looks a little interesting. Might be okay that direction. So I reckon, yo, look at that weather. We're going to have to stay this side of the higher terrain. There's no ways we can escape that rain, so I think we're gonna have to try and go over it. Right, otherwise everything's in the green, everything feels good. Sounds good. So what are we now? 3,500. If we aim for about going west, so 8.5, we should be able to make it over all of that weather. Just adding some mixture back in because of that cylinder 5. $4,500. Yeah, I think our best bet is definitely going to be to get over this. So what's interesting is we're not even really seeing this on the radar. Well, not the radar, this is next rad. Oh, that's probably what we're seeing there. This is even closer. Yeah, we're seeing that. So this lower stuff I think is green, but the orange goes way further up. So I think we'll be able to fly over the green indications, but orange we're gonna stay away from completely. Okay, 5,000. Alright, let's just come down here. And we can just check. Temperature inside is cooling from 23, so that's perfect for now. A little bit more mixture in again, just those temperatures on 5 and 6 getting a little warm. Right, looking good. This is going to add quite a bit of time to our trip here, because we're heading quite significantly away from our required course, but we need to stay out of all of that, I think, especially in this terrain. 7.5. I don't know if 8.5 is actually going to be enough. Oh, never mind. I was 6.5. So 8.5 might still work. Through 7,000 feet. So another 1,500 feet. We might actually be fine. Let's get a bit of cabin heating. I think we kind of want to head through that gap there. Okay, 8,000. I don't think 8.5 is going to be enough. 10 I guess we can do. looked like if we could have made it into that part there, we could have been in an even better position. We could turn that way and try that. Let's maybe do that. Clouds in time. Feet now. I think even 10,000 is going to be too low. This could get a little interesting. Hopefully it's not too bumpy in here. I'm gonna keep climbing. There's 10,000 now. Right, let's dial in that 283. So there's 280, so 283 is about there. Concern up here now would be ice. So we're currently at about 10 degrees, so I think we're still okay at the moment. We are going to keep climbing, so I'm expecting that to come down a lot. See our cabin temperature is falling as well. Oh wow, look at that in front of us. There's no ways we're climbing above that. How did we just go through? Oh no, that's 11,000. That's not good. Having thunderstorms is very concerning. Okay, temperature, we're now at about 4. Yes, now I am quite worried about icing. I'm gonna turn on my pitot heat. It's getting pretty dark as well. The pitot heat haze glitch thing even happens while you're in the air. Yeah, there's 12,500 feet and we're right inside the thick of it. Now it is starting to get quite bumpy. This is not good. So do we try and stick it out or do we turn around? So to be honest, in front of us only looks worse. Okay, let's get the autopilot on. This is pretty sketchy. So it doesn't look all bad ahead of us. We need to get down into this section, cross over there, and then out into this. We don't want to get into this high terrain here, so we want to edge along there. If we go around, we got to go all the way around there, which is going to take forever. A little worried about ice, although it looks okay for now. We're at probably 3-4 degrees in the moisture, so look at that, we're down to 17. Get some warmth in the cabin here. Okay, there we go. Just skirting along the top now. That's a bit better. Turn this off because it's annoying. Let's bring that RPM up to like 2100. A little bit of extra speed. Right, so we've passed over that stormy bit. That's good. Now we actually look okay. Picking up a little bit of speed. About to cross over our GPS route. Down below an hour's flight time remaining. So I think we might actually be alright now. There's probably going to be more pockets of stormy weather like that along the way. There's no icing that I can see. So that's good news, because that would have been a big problem. Right, that's what worries me, these patches of orange. We have to stay away from that. So let's try and get down into this section. Come up through there. Look at the next rad. Oh my word. Okay, we kind of have to hope that that's all below us, or we're in huge trouble. That does not look good at all. Yeah, let's add in a bit more prop. Just want a little bit more airspeed here. See if we can get to that 140 miles an hour. 120 knots. Wow, the next route is just getting worse and worse. Next concern is if we do start picking up icing where we are now, what do we do? Okay, a little bit of thunderstorms again. The reds all just disappeared off the next rad, so... Also, I do think that that is because of the way that Active Sky does the weather. So it's like, whatever the local conditions are, it sets the entire thing to that condition. So we had obviously some heavy rain and storms there, so you'll see red everywhere. And then once we pass out of it, all the red disappears, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. The autopilot wanting some trim. I want to see if it does it again. Okay, nose down. Okay, I think we are going to turn out that way now. Looks okay. Out in front, I mean, underneath those clouds looks terrible, but where we are looks alright for now. More thunderstorms. And it's all disappearing. And it's all going to come back red now because we're passing over an area with storms. Yep. There you go. Go through that if I can avoid it, so we're gonna keep going on this heading for a bit and then we'll turn right. We just need to stay out of the high terrain. 21 degrees inside. About 3 degrees outside. we go into the clouds again for a bit. Turn right here a little bit. If we can see any of this high terrain here, but we want to stay away from that. Okay, decent speed now. I think we might have a little bit of a tailwind. Fuel was still good. Radios we're not really using in the sim. Engine gauges. Everything looks good, all in the green. Okay, maybe back this off a little bit. Okay, direction is good. We're heading basically west and starting to catch up to our GPS course. Right, everything else is set, cruising at 12,500 and altimeter is still 1016. Just staying along the edge of the high terrain, you can see there it gets to a point where even at 12,500 we wouldn't make it over those peaks. Just over 40 minutes out now. 106 miles. Still looking at about 3 degrees Celsius. Inside we're at a cool 20 degrees, so let's turn a bit more heat on. So just under 5 hours worth of fuel, so plenty on board. Everything looks good. Fuel pressure, oil pressure, amps, oil temp and cylinder head temps look good as well. Just bumping up the RPM a little, pick up a bit more speed. It's a bit smoother there as well. About 37 minutes out. Looks like we're going to be good for a while, and then we've got another patch of weather to cross. Okay, so far so good. We're keeping above the weather. That looks kind of nasty down there, and actually above it as well. And out there, but we're alright at the moment. It's about just under 30 minutes out. Just keeping an eye on that high terrain off to our left hand side. Yeah, I can hear the storms out this way. Temperature inside 26, outside 2.5. Fuel, plenty of fuel. We're still looking at about 4.5 hours on board. Radios again we're not really using. Engine instruments, fuel pressure, oil pressure, amps, oil temperature, cylinder head temperature, fuel flow, everything looks good. Okay, direction's good, and altitude and altimeter are fine. Next thing I'm thinking about is hopefully it looks something like this at the airport when we arrive, and not like that, because we are still going to need to make it in to the airport. Still storming around us. Clouds are all disappearing. Okay, I can't really go to the left at all, so we just need to keep that in mind. So I was, when we cross over onto the GPS route, which we're about 4 miles off, was thinking of just following that, but we don't actually want to head. That's going to take us into that stuff there. So I think we'll stay on this heading for a while. Sure, look at that. That's above where we are even. Look at that rain off the wing there in those mountains. There's more on that side. And I think we're going to run into that straight ahead of us. Looks like that weather is actually getting closer. Might have to bump our heading out to the right of it even. Temperature outside is still much the same. 26 degrees inside. Very bright out that way. I think we're just sitting under this layer here, which I think this layer above us ends out that way, and that's why it's so much brighter. About 20 minutes out from the airport. can't remember exactly what the terrain looks like, but I believe we land from the north. So heading, it's kind of like south-southwest that we land. Okay, it looks like there's a bit of rain up ahead now. This is starting to get interesting now. If I lose some altitude, I'll be able to see more, but then we're gonna have to stay even further away from these mountains because we won't be able to clear them as easily. But if we do this, I can't see them to know that I am clearing them. Now see the airport coming up on the GPS. It looks like it's in a part where the terrain is actually pretty high. Right, we are in the rain now. I'm very surprised that we have no icing because we're at about 2 degrees in the rain. I'm thinking if I should start descending here, just so I can stay out of some of these clouds. Can get some like airport information on here. Pass Valley airstrip, right? $6,300 up, sure. Over into Indonesia as well, no longer in PNG. I think I'm going to start descending shortly. Yeah, let's do that so we can disengage this. And that will mean we'll pick up quite a bit of speed here, which is fine. This weather is a little concerning. If it's going to be like this around the airport, we're going to have big problems. I don't really want to fly through this, but we don't have much of a choice here. Look at that weather all around the airport, looks terrible. Once I head into this, I don't think we're gonna see anything. So I'm gonna bump this over a little and try come out into this open patch and then swing around into the airport. That is the only thing I think is gonna work. can see the ground again. I'm a little worried about this high terrain. The side looks alright. Let's keep even further to the right. There is another airport. In fact, we should see it on here. It's just over here somewhere. There's one there too. It's weird that we don't see it on here. Ah, there we go. So there's a bunch down here, but this was the one I was looking at. That seems to be down there in the open if we need to divert. So that is going to be my first option if we bail out of this. I don't know if we're going to make it into our original destination. Look at it on that side. It looks terrible. This one is down here. Honestly, I don't think there's any point going in there. I think we're going to ditch that idea and land at this airport down here. No, that's not gonna happen. Right, let's do this. Oops. Yeah, so we need to make it into that. It's just no chance whatsoever. There's the little airstrip there. So I reckon this side's got trees right against it. Let's land from this side. So I think what I can do is come around and through this valley like that. Yeah, let's ditch the autopilot. Landing lights are on, strobe lights are already on. It's now 30 degrees in here. So let's just do this. So it's already 10 degrees outside. just see the airstrip there. Yeah, let's go prop full. Not sure what this is showing me. I think I'm gonna be too high here. Oh, we might be okay. We're bleeding off speed nice and quickly. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. At that weather out that way. I think we made the right choice coming in here. Nice and sunny on this open patch here, so shouldn't be any issues. We are still a little high though. Alright, let me get the gear down to help us out here. Get some flaps out. Sure, these trees are very close here. So I need to clear this tree and then do a bit of a bomb down and try not to plow it into the runway or to touch down with the nose wheel. Okay, welcome to this airport. It's called Elelim, something like that. It's Whiskey Alpha Victor Echo. Right, so about an hour and a half worth of flying. And I think we made the right choice not trying to go out there. Geez, look at it. All around us looks pretty rough. That way it looks a bit better, but still some issues with the storms. But we have made it in safely. Okay, tiny little apron here. And on that side. These can all come off. Okay, let's come down here. Just go to the checklist. So, brakes, radios. I like to actually leave that on, so that it just starts recording as soon as we fire up the aircraft. Okay, transponder. Avionics master. Throttle mixture magnetos. Control wheel. Oh, that's the little box. I do this all the time by mistake, and then when I actually want to do it, I can't. Well, whatever. Okay, that's fine. Doors, tie downs. So let's switch that off, and then just go and do the tie downs. Where is this tie down? There we go. Alright, there we are. That weather looks absolutely horrendous out that way. So, once again, I think we made the right choice. Stopping in here. Yeah, it was a nice, pretty chilled flight. I really thought we would pick up some ice along the way, but apparently not. But, yeah, we made it in safely. I think trying to get into that airport would have been a bit of a stretch. But in any case, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. As always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to follow along and see if I can eventually make it all the way back to South Africa, you know what to do down below. And hopefully I see you in the next one.